Boy, is it ever magic time. Hey guys, it has been forever since I've done a G draft, simply because I haven't had the chance to. This is not where I want to be. Limited tournaments. Queues. There we go. Wow. It's been a while since I've used this computer, that's for sure. My microphone's not here. So I'm using this, like the nice microphones, I'm using this headset. Hopefully it... Oh, that was loud. Hopefully it won't offend you horribly. Let's mute that. Yeah. Join this queue. I'm in the queue with a tog, who presumably you can sacrifice a togs to, which is a terrifying prospect. That card amused me greatly. The Atog. Was that not even a silver card? Where's my phone? I'll look this up. I don't even think that was an uncard. I think that was legitimately printed. Let me confirm. My phone is... No, it was an actual creature from Odyssey. Sacrifice an Atog. Atog gets +X until end of turn, where X is the sacrificed Atog's power. I can't believe they made that card. Oh well. It's funny. Sure is 3 in the queue. We'll come back when this fires. Alright, now that there's 7 in the queue, I feel like we can jump back in. I have seen some weird stuff happen in RTR recently, and I'm excited to try something goofy. It's late in the format, it's time for people to start doing strange things, even though it's a format that, despite how much I love it, I haven't gotten a chance to play a lot of, so, you know, maybe I'm not really in a position that I ought to be doing goofy things, but you never know. By goofy, I do not mean Havoc Festival, because what does this even do? No. No. Oh, wow. I don't think I've ever had opportunity to pick a Call of the Conclave. I kind of just want that. I mean, I'm tempted to take Gutter Snipe and try to do, like, the Instants and Sorceries Funhouse, but, maybe I just want to do Selesnya. Maybe I just gots to be me and do Selesnya. We might get back Keening Apparition or a Chorus of Might. We'll probably for sure get the Avenging Arrow back. Because, let me think. Actually, there's a lot of kind of junk in this pack. Terrace Worm, Havoc Festival. Okay, maybe not a lot of junk, but Longlegs tend to go late. Avenging Arrow goes late. Guild Gates go late. I don't know. I'm going to take the Call of the Conclave. Come on. Selesnya. If I'd taken the Roustabout, I probably... Or the... Roustabout? What am I talking about? This is a Roustabout. If I'd taken the Gutter Snipe, I probably would go Splatter Thug here. So I'm tempted to go with Armors, because Armors are awesome. Decoy's okay. Splatter Thug is still really good. I think I'm just going to take Common Bond, because it's probably the best combat trick in the format, and combat tricks are really, really good in this format. And now I have nothing. Oh man, now I should have taken Ethereal Armor. Draft the Sphere of Safety deck. Oh, could have had a Splatter Thug and then a Deviant Glee or a Dagger Drome Imp. I guess if I want to cut my colors, I take Armory Guard. He's fine. He holds things down. It's not like this is a crazy powerful pack either, so I'm happy with that. Nice. Seller of Songbirds. I would like to purchase some of your Songbirds. Man, I haven't seen Jailbreakers recently. People take those guys early. They're good, you know. Big 4/4. You can almost always just throw a gate in there and get him to attack. He's good. But yeah, Songbirds is totally what I'm looking for right here. Horncaller's Chance, on the other hand, is definitely not what I'm looking for. And there's a Dead Reveler too. Man, the Rakdos going around is so good. But yeah, I guess I can stay on message and take another big blocker here. Why not? Okay, I do not feel like taking the Axebane challenge. And the Utvara Hellkite, while a mythic, is not going to be tempting me today. I'm glad I'm not going to be running any swamps, because this is like the third sewer shambler we've seen going around. I am thrilled to take a second Seller of Songbirds here. A card I thought was really stupid when this set came out, but as it turns out, is pretty great. Yeah, this seems like a pretty easy combat trick here. Chorus of Might. I'm not huge on Risen Sanctuary. Like, he's cool, and when he hits the table, he's tough to deal with, but I'd rather another combat trick. Okay, here I'll happily move in on blue, because apparently blue flyers aren't for everyone. Tower Drake's great, and, you know, maybe I splash a little blue. I can activate his white ability there, so why not? Well, Chorus of Might did come back, and that Avenging Arrow is here. But I have one Chorus of Might. I mean, 2 is better, but I'm actually really tempted by, since I'm debating this blue splash, I'm tempted by either the Rune Wing or a Dramatic Rescue. And I think it's going to be Dramatic Rescue, because that card is awesome. Though, it is a foil Rune Wing. Maybe I can pick up one of those Azorius Guild Gates I saw go by. But not here. But here I will happily... What? Man. Alright, so Rakdos is open. I will happily take a Druid's Deliverance here. I'm really... I don't know. I'm sort of up in the air on whether I take the Deliverance or the Ethereal Armor. The Armor is really, really good. But with Call of the Conclave and double Seller, I'd rather just have the Foggy Light, I think. And I'll take one of the many Shred Freaks going around. This Swamp is excellent. I don't want any of those other cards. And I would rather other people run them because they are bad. Maybe if someone sees a Skull Rend, they might be tempted to run it. So as opposed to the normal drafts you see me do, this is an actual 8-4. So hopefully I go all 3 rounds. If not, it's not the end of the world. Which is good, because if me not making the last round of an 8-4 was the end of the world, we'd all be in an awful lot of trouble like a long time ago. Whoa! Jeez, that's really late. Alright, we are straight up in 3 colors now. Because that's a ridiculous late Hussar Patrol. I don't understand quite what happened there. So, in this instance, I would like a couple Guild Gates, I think. Some Selesnya, some Azorius. I would really rather not have to mount up with a Trans-Guild Promenade. Shocklands. I wouldn't say no to a Shockland or 2. Would like to see my next pack, though. Man. Alright. I've got plenty of Alt Art Islands to run, so that's nice. That one, which is cool. That one's cool. I realize those are slightly cut off for you, but... oh well. It's good. I like this. This and these. Turns into this. I like the picks we have here. These 11 cards strike me as going in a good direction. Going into pack 2, we see Stalling for Time. That's always a good card. Very strong in this format of draft recording videos. I was almost hoping to open Pyroconvergence, because in one of our recent live drafts, we actually got beaten. It was close. We should have been able to win it. We actually got beaten by a really terrible Pyroconvergence deck that was just like Pyroconvergence and a ton of multicolor spells, like even Search Warrants. I think rather than Seller of Songbirds number 3, I'm going to happily commit to the colors that I have chosen here and take a Void Wielder, because he is great. He's really, really great. It's like, I don't really feel like filibustering anyone, and they may even come around. And there's really nothing else for me here apart from a third cellar, a sideboard card, and kind of awkward removal, which I'll run if I get one, but I'd rather take a Void Wielder, because he's really powerful. Oh man, this pack has everything. What am I doing now? So, really good 2-drop, excellent 3-drop. It probably has to be the healer, though the Sky Knight is also excellent. I feel like I can get back one of these 4, and I'd be cool with it. Maybe even the Savage Surge. I mean, probably not the healer. I'm probably not going to get him back, but I feel like taking the Sky Knight here and just diversifying into just actually 3 colors rather than a blue splash. I feel like having 3 power in the air and the little bonus to Tane will be a good thing. That's what I did last time, isn't it? Ended up in Azoriate. It wasn't really my plan, but oh well. At least I didn't go, no, only Selesnya, only green-white. That is the only way. Ooh, Knightly Valor. I was like, maybe an Ethereal Armor, considering there's a million of them going around. And I was like, oh, no, wait, no, Eyes in the Skies. But no, Knightly Valor is great. Throw that on one of these flyers, that's pretty awesome. More good Rakdos stuff. I like how this is looking. Courser's Accord I like better than some people. And it works with this minor populate theme we have. The Vine would be good, especially since I'm trying to be 3 different colors, but I would rather have a 2-drop that impacts the board in a more meaningful way, so I'm going to take the Arrestor. And this may come back, to be perfectly honest. So here the pick is between Rootborn Defenses or the Guild Gate. Savage Surge is cool, but I already have a Common Bond and a Chorus of Might. And granted, a cheaper... Also, there's a million Savage Surges going around. A cheaper combat trick would be good. But I think the it's Rootborn Defenses or the Guild Gate. And I feel like I want the defenses. I don't know, this is probably incorrect, but man, this card is just... I've played against it enough to know that it's really annoying to play against, and so I would rather be the one casting it. Here I'd rather take the Keening Apparition over this guy or a Hussar Patrol. 2-drops are very important in this format. To that end, I would take a Dredge Beetle over a Sideboard Aerial Predation. I don't recall seeing any particular big scary flyers go by. Sorry if I knocked the mic there. Runewing is fine here. Alright, and I'll run that Avenging Arrow I mentioned earlier. So here's a question. Second Fogulate or Rubbleback Rhino? My deck doesn't have the scavenge to take advantage of the Rubbleback Rhino, but I do have a Knightly Valor and a Common Bond. And yeah, maybe I want a big top-end beater. I already have one Druid's Deliverance. I shouldn't run a second one. And I'll take an Ethereal Armor, because it's a lot better than it looks. And I guess an Armory Guard. Probably only going to run one of those guys. So you can get the board there. I've only got 2 enchantments, but maybe we'll pick up a couple more of them in pack 3. Alright, so blue is definitely a lot more of a splash, which is fine. I'm going to take that just because it would be annoying to play against, and this forest because it's nice, and that swamp. I'm thinking that, let me see, what would I want to cut here. I've got 13 creatures, really sort of 14. How many token generators do I have? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, well. I think I'm just going to take growing ranks and be pretty happy about it. Can't really splash for that. That sideboard, I already have one of them. I'll hopefully grab one of these later. Oof. But yeah, growing ranks does me very, very well here. I will need to now focus on getting a couple more token makers rather than the cards I currently have, like the Centaur's Herald. And so here it's like it's the Centaur's Herald or the Tristani's Judgment. You know, the Tristani's Judgment is great because it's unconditional removal and it says populate, but I don't have much to populate at the moment, and I would rather have an earlier impact on the board with getting a Centaur's Herald out there pretty quickly. And I've got 1, 2 cards, well, 3 cards that populate. Let's not forget that. So let's bring the Herald in. Let's kick the Rhino back out of here. Is this the right deck for a Wild Beastmaster? Probably. Considering I've got a Chorus of Might and a Common Bond. Hopefully I don't get downsized, but yeah, the Beastmaster seems like exactly what I want to be doing out of this pack. So now I'm looking at Sundering Sideboard, which also populates, and will often have a target. Rootborne Defenses, which you can blow off without a target. I don't think I need more guys here, though I don't know if I want less guys. Vassal Soul doesn't really work here. I'm fine with 1 Indrik. Horrible is terrible. It's basically, do I want a Sundering Growth for the sideboard or a second Rootborne Defenses to be really annoying? And I think I'm going to take the Rootborne Defenses. I might not run both of them, but that seems entertaining. I will not be seeking any Horizons. Oh, I will take a second Void Wielder, though, because that guy's great. Wow. Considering my mana currently, I don't think I can take this guy, though I probably am going to cut these other blue flyers. I don't know. It strikes me that I probably just want the Guildgate here. It's either that or a sideboard Aerial Predation, which again might be really important, but yeah, this is going to be interesting to see this come together. I don't know. Sunspire Griffin's actually really strong. This is quite late for one. I think I'm going to have to just take the Griffin here. Maybe we're less and less blue, especially getting past all these great green and white cards. Ooh, now a Swift Justice I really like, but having listened to the Limited Resources podcast recently, it seems like just one of Rogue's Passage is probably pretty great. I certainly don't want any of these. I think this causes me more trouble, so I'll take him out of there. I'm going to put this in the board for now, just so I can see. I'm going to make 5 cuts here. And, I mean, I guess it's easiest to trim the blue out. I'll still have plenty of creatures, but I do like the Void Wielders, so I don't want to cut blue entirely. I think it makes sense to cut these guys. I probably don't need the Ethereal Armor at this point. Actually, let's take out the Avenging Arrow. Let's take out... Let's take the Guard out, because the Indrik blocks almost as well, and he has flying. Or reach, rather. He blocks flyers. Shadow scares me, so let's get him out of there. Maybe we don't run 2 of Rootborne Defenses. I don't know, do I just want as much populate as possible? It's tough. I wish I remembered when I took over that Azorius Guildgate, because it certainly looks like I'm not getting one. Which makes this blue a little more awkward. I don't know, maybe I take the blue out entirely and just go straight green-white, but Void Wielders, man, they're really good. They're really good. Yeah, I should have taken that Azorius Guildgate that was in this pack somewhere. Don't remember where that was. Those are all terrible, but I guess Museum Skin is possibly playable. A lot of nice 2-drops. Let's come over here, sideboard. Let's see. Thing is, like, those are the green and white cards I'm not playing. A Rubbleback Rhino, an Avenging Arrow, Rootborn Defenses, and 2 Armory cards. So I gotta get... If I cut all my blue out, I've got to find 5. I've got to run all 5 of those. Rogue's Passage is going to be a lot worse in this deck. I guess I could maybe run Seek the Horizon. That seems bad. I don't think I'm going to be seeking Horizons, not in this deck. I'd rather just take a nice looking forest. Search warrant, still terrible. Alright. Someone passed me in Azorius Guildgate? Fingers crossed. Alright, I think we're just going to have to throw some islands in there, because I think this is my 23. I mean, we can bring in Avenging Arrow if we really need to kill something of theirs and can't do it in combat. We can bring in Armory Guard for the decks I need to block against, but I mean, I've got these Void Wielders that turn into big, nice 1/4 walls. Like, this seems pretty good to me. I guess if I was going to make switches to make it a little bit less blue, I'd probably bring in the Avenging Arrow or the Rootborn Defenses over, like, the Dramatic Rescue. But Dramatic Rescue can be a real bugger to deal with. Now, granted, I only have one... I've got 2 enchantments. Just the 2? Yeah, I've got 2 enchantments to check Ethereal Armor against. But +1/+1 in First Strike is actually pretty relevant, so... No, I like this. I like this a lot. So let's bring in the Rogue's Passage and add land. And we will see how this does in the first round. Actually, let me group this by color. And, oh, there's Kathleen. Hey, Kathleen.
Are you drafting?
Yes, I am drafting indeed. Combine the groups. Ooh, a baguette. Brie and tomato with roasted red pepper. That sounds amazing. Oh man, it's dinner and a draft. No, that's fine. So white, yeah, definitely need more white. I don't think we can just do 5 green though, because we really want early green. 7/6/3. I don't know. Maybe the Rogue's Passage doesn't get in. I think we've got other ways to win. I think we would rather do that. Yeah, I think we need our land. And so let's bring in 2 of these alt art forests and 2 alt art islands and an alt art plains, because they're nicer looking. Where'd they go? Oh, there they are. So that's the alt art one? Yeah. So 1 of them, 2 of them, and 2 of them. Yeah, it's a variety of stuff. Alright. Well, there's the deck. Let's see how it does in the first round.